Sprints has to say.
This is Courtney Love Forever.
Six Music.
Hey, this is Karla from Sprints, and I think Live Through This and Whole as a band are a massively influential album on me, particularly as a songwriter, and on Sprints as part of our sound. I don't think there's a woman or a person probably who hasn't been influenced by Whole or Courtney Love. Whether it's directly or indirectly, I think the band, and particularly this album, had a massive influence on the 90s noise rock scene and songwriters and female musicians in general. It's quite a special and serendipitous album for Sprints and myself, because we actually ended up signing to the same label, City Slang, who did their European distribution. Whole and Celebrity Skin and some of their earlier singles were kind of the biggest radio hits, but I think Live Through This was an album that definitely broke through and really stuck with me when I went back to discover it in my teens. It marked a departure from the really kind of trademark noise rock sound and showed a softer edge, but still kept those really grungy noise rock roots. Whether you hear that in Violet, in Jennifer's Body, or in Dull Parts, there's softer edges, but the rage and the noises is still there. It explores themes of gender roles, sexuality, and women's place in the world, and particularly in this heavy rock scene. And at that time, there weren't a lot of people to look up to besides people like Courtney Love. So she was a breakthrough and she was an icon, and she was definitely massively influential. I adore the album. I adore the guitar riffs and the kind of balance between the juxtaposition of some of the softer, like more emotive song themes and these really crashing and heavy rock guitars. Whole will always be a band that I consistently go back to as a songwriter for inspiration or just to enjoy as a music fan. Pretty on the Inside, their debut, I think really set the mark of their noise rock roots, but Live Through This, I think, expanded on it in a way that they themselves would admit is probably a more pop influenced direction. But it's interesting, I think, for a heavy rock band to explore these softer edges and to show the versatility, and I think they really did this. The album artwork is iconic, the themes are iconic, the songwriting is iconic. I mean, I don't know if there's a woman who plays guitar who hasn't been influenced by this album, myself included, and it's an amazing piece. Yeah, I'm a massive fan.